Denise, I got an opportunity to attend the second annual Black Arts Festival, and it's Sadiqa and what they're doing down at the Norton's Sports Center, and it's a pretty unique event, so take a look at this. I'm here with Sadiqa Reynolds, and you are the person that made this all happen. We were here last year. You're back for a second year, and what do you think?
I am thrilled. I'm so excited that we are having the second annual Artists and Afros here at the Norton Healthcare Sports and Learning Center, and I'm glad you're here. I'm so happy to see you all and all these people. Look at all these people. Thank you.
So tell me, why do you think this is so important, not only to our community, but to the city as a whole?
I think it's important to the city because of economic development. I mean, we want people coming in, spending their disposable income if they still have it, and we want them spending it on our local artists, and we've got national artists here. I think it's so important for us to have a place to show our excellence. And for years, I've heard artists tell me how much they were fighting to get into other art shows. And I thought, oh, let's just create our own art show. And I think that's great, and we've got a lot of benefit, and there are a lot of wonderful artists here benefiting. But there are also, quite frankly, some benefits to artists in other shows because they see that they're getting more prominent placement because of this art show, I think. So, you know, it's kind of like if you got McDonald's and you build a White Castle across the street, maybe McDonald's runs better specials, you know, something like that. I mean, I don't know if that's a good example, but whatever it is, I'm supportive of Black art and excellence, and that's what this building is full of. Wonderful people doing wonderful work.
And as you walk around the hall and you're talking to different people, everybody I see they've got a smile on their face.
Yes.
So what are some of the responses that you're hearing?
I am hearing people say thank you. Thank you so much for creating this. Thank you for allowing us to be here. Thank you for allowing us to dream. Thank you for giving us a place to spend the weekend. Thank you for the live jazz. Thank you for the food. And we have, you know, 2 Black chefs that are doing the concessions. And then we've got a Black-owned acai company. So if you don't know about that berry, you need to. It's very healthy. It's phenomenal. So I'm getting a lot of thank you. I say this, Max, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Since I built this facility, the response of the people, I probably get to have what a lot of people never do. It's like I get to live through my funeral, because that's where everybody's going to say all the good things about you. I get to have people come up all the time and say that. And actually this morning I went to the other art show. I walked to St. James at 10 o'clock this morning and walked through there and talked to people, and they said, oh, we're coming to see you. So, and that's what I want. I want people to go to the Speed Museum, go to the St. James Art Festival, and come here to the Norton Healthcare Sports and Learning Center to Artists and Afros. There's enough space for all of us in this community. Everybody deserves to be seen. They deserve to be recognized for their brilliance and their talent. And that's what we're doing. And we've got artists from all over the country and a lot of phenomenal local artists.
I was talking to Ed Duffy earlier, and he was telling me the same thing. Sadiqa, as always, you're doing a great job. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, and you too. Thank you so much. And listen, thank you all for always highlighting the best in our community. We just appreciate you. There's so many things that are happening that nobody would know about if you weren't doing this, so thank you.
Thank you. And I'm here with Robin Gibson, who is one of the phenomenal young artists here at today's show. So tell us a little bit about your work, the mediums you work in, and how you got started.
So I work in multiple mediums. So I work with ceramics, and I also do large drawings on canvas that are actually like multimedia. I stain the canvas with different types of natural dyes and then draw onto the canvas. But here I have my ceramic work. So I make incense burners, miniature vessels, and then just really anything that I kind of feel like making because I love to work with clay. So
what inspires you? How do you know that this is going to be the piece?
Well, really, I just kind of go until it feels right, you know? And I love the process of just making. I've been making art since I was in the 3rd grade. It's cool that I'm over here with LVA today because I started out as when they have the children's free art classes, they're called children's fine art classes now. But that's how I got my start when I was way back in the 3rd grade. So I've just been doing art ever since.
We're here at Artists and Afros at the Norton Sports Complex, and I'm here with one of Louisville's premier artists, Mr. William Duffy. And it's always great catching up. And tell me, why do you think this particular art show is so important?
It's for the community. You know, we have our St. James, we have our I forget the name, Lexington Road exhibits, all these different art fairs that happen here. But this one, there's very few, if not any, in the West End of Louisville. And so, you know, to bring all these premier artists in from all the different areas in and around Louisville, Kentucky, is so important. You know, some of these names I don't know, but I've seen their work in and about. Some of the names I do know that are emerging artists. And so for them to bring all their works together and in a beautiful complex like what we have here is really bringing a lot of attention to the West End, to this complex. And I think that's the important part. We're, you know, artists are not so proud that they don't participate in events like this. I have for years and years, but I'm at the point now where my work has been recognized by different collectors and stuff. But this is, I just spoke to an artist. This is where you start. This is your meat, you know, your meat.
So I would ask you, what do you think about the next generation of artists that are coming through the city?
I think that they're really set up in a great spot now, and I think it's from the efforts of folk like maybe some of these names the viewership doesn't know, like G.C. Cox, Dr. Bob Douglas, Ed Hamilton. Of course, a lot of folk know Ed, and myself included. But this is like the next generation of artists, and they have a really good understanding and a jump on what it takes to get the work out there and to keep your name out there. It's important to keep that name out there, and if people see your work, you're showing up year after year, then they may not buy the first year, maybe not the second year, but eventually they keep seeing you coming back on a consistent basis, they're going to want to buy that work.
Well, as you can see, there's a lot going on there, and you know, the numbers keep rising every year, the number of participants, the number of patrons, and I think it's just a nice addition to the city.
The fact that, of course, I love art, and they're making art accessible, and black art accessible to everyone and in the community. And I know some people feel a little bit intimidated because they don't know a lot about art and black art, but this was an excellent opportunity to give the exposure and also for the artists to come in. And like you said, every year it just keeps growing and getting bigger.
We'll take another break and we'll be right back.